Hey, it's Ted McGrath. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the two things that I do to get people to invest $50 to $100,000 by handling the money conversation with customers, but also using stories to close customers. So if you're new to this channel, and you know me from my other channel, which is my main Ted McGrath channel, that kind of got hijacked by my finance brand, which is blowing up over there. So I decided to separate them into two channels and deliver marketing, sales, and speaking content here. Okay. So, first and foremost, when you're closing the deal and you want to close a high ticket deal, then the number one thing that will double and triple your conversions is very simple. It's actually getting into the money conversation. And there's about 6 or 7 questions that I ask that ultimately get you a complete financial picture of the client situation and helps you determine where their assets and their money are, so that when you get to the pitch and you're closing the deal, money doesn't become the objection, or money doesn't become the thing that holds them up, because you know exactly what they have. And this is an uncomfortable thing for many people to do in their business because they don't want to confront the money conversation, so they back off of it. And I can tell you that your sales will go up by double, is my prediction, not a guarantee, if you actually use this process. Now, I've been doing this for the last 20 years of training salespeople. So I know something about this, and I know something about getting into money is about confront. It's about confidence. And when you do it, you'll just clear the air and make the sale and closing just very, very smooth. All right. So first and foremost, let's jump into how you do it. So you're going down the line, you ask the question, you say to the client, hey, you ready to do this thing? They're like, no, I'm not really sure that I can do this. Great. So tell me, what are you thinking right now? They're like, well, money's a situation. Great. So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to get in and do a little financial coaching for you on your money situation. Since we're talking about investing money today, if I get an assessment of what's going on and I can see exactly what's happening with you, I can help you make the best decision. The second thing is, most of our clients discover that they don't have a good picture of their money situation. And as we start going through this, they find money that they didn't even know was there. So I'm going to jump in right now. Sound good? And the client's like, yes. Great. So tell me about your money situation. And the client's like, what do you want me to tell you? Whatever you want to say, tell me. And so the client goes, well, I've got like some money in savings. Great. So how much do you have in checkings and savings? I got about like $5,000. Okay. About, like, do you think it's 5, 6? What do you think it is? Well, it's more like 6. Okay, great. $6,000. Okay, cool. So tell me about your investments. Do you have money in stocks or mutual funds? Yeah, I have some money in stocks. Great. What's some money? Like, do you have 5,000, 10,000? I got 15,000 in stocks. Cool. 15,000 in stocks. Boom. Check. Right. How about retirement plans, 401k plans, IRA plans, things that you shove your paycheck away into or to get tax deductions? Like, what do you got there? And the client's like, I don't really have a retirement plan or IRA. I actually, you know what? I got $45,000 in my retirement account. Fantastic. Amazing. And then how about any crypto? Do you have Bitcoin? Do you have any crypto at all that you bought a while ago that's just sitting there? I think I have like $3,000 in crypto, Okay, cool. $3,000 in crypto. And what about your credit cards? How many credit cards do you have? I have some. Great. How many is some? Oh, I've got like 3 credit cards. Cool. What's the limit on the first credit card? 10,000. How about the second? 5,000. How about the third? 3,000. Good. And then how much available credit do you have over each of them? I don't really know. Just quick answer. What do you think it is? Well, it's probably like I have 15,000 available across all of them. Awesome. Great. And then any rainy day fund, emergency money that's sitting there right now. And the client's like, maybe a little emergency fund of $5,000. Fantastic. And any like safe investments like CDs or bonds or things like that. Yeah, I got a bond of like 10 G's. Amazing. Good. So if we add it all up, you've got 15,000 available on your credit cards. You've got 20,000 in this account. You got 10,000 in this account. You got $75,000 available. Right. And what's your credit score, by the way? As you're growing a business or as you're going through life, it's good to have access to credit when you don't need it, particularly because that's when your credit score is typically the best. Right. So what do you have access to in terms of your credit score? My credit score is like 720. Fantastic. Good. So you're in a good position. Right. So what I'd like to do right now is, let's get into this a little bit more of where would you actually take the money from? Where would you like to pull the money from? Oh, I think I'd like to put some on credit cards and then, pull some from stocks. I don't really feel comfortable pulling it from my retirement account. Totally understood, right? And then you just go through and now you've assessed where the money is. Now, that's how you do it. And it's that simple. And what I want you to get used to is actually doing this. And your closing rate will go up when you follow this process. I'm telling you, it's the one thing that a lot of new salespeople don't do. And if you're an established salesperson and you're not doing it, then it's like you got bad habits of not doing it. And you got to break those habits and get in there. So that's one. Second thing is, as you're going through the money conversation, one of the things I do, because I've closed people on this money conversation so many times, so I have stories. So one of the best ways to close a client is through stories. So what do I actually mean by that? So I'll give you an example, all right? With storytelling, I was at an event once with a customer and I made a pitch from the stage and it was a $100,000 offer. And so multiple clients stood up. And in a room full of like 150 people for the $100,000 offer, I'll typically get 20 people, 30 people standing up for the offer. Doesn't mean they all take it, but at the end of the day, out of that group, 6, 7, 8 people will take the $100,000 offer. So I'm doing this and I got a big group that stands up, and I got this one guy stands up and he's meeting with my team and he's like, we're ready to do this. We want to do this. He's there. His girlfriend's there. And he's like, I walk by, I'm like, great. So you want to just put it down on a credit card right now? He's like, no, we don't have the money. I'm like, wow. Okay. Well, you stood up, so you clearly want to do this. Like, what's going on? And his girlfriend goes, you ever get the feeling like if you don't do something, like it's going to die inside of you? And I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. I'm 21 years old. I OD'd on the kitchen floor, drugs and alcohol. My story, my message almost died inside of me. So I totally understand. And she's like, yeah, we got to do it. And he's like, yeah, we want to do it. I'm like, great. So let me just ask you a few questions. Tell me about your money situation. And he goes like, well, I don't really have anything. Okay, great. So let's just take an inventory right now. Let me coach you through it. Like, how much you got in checkings and savings? Oh, I don't really have much, like $1,000. How about you? How about IRA? How about 401k? No, I haven't put anything away in that. How about credit? No, my credit's bad. I burned my credit. Went through every single thing. And then finally, at the end of the conversation, I go, rainy day fund, emergency fund. You got anything in there, like a rainy day fund? He's like, well, my mom left me $100,000 when she passed away recently as a rainy day fund. And I look at him and I go, well, it seems like it's kind of raining. What do you think? He goes, I think I should use the money. And he invested $100,000 in the program and he did it. And so that was the actual close of me getting him to invest $100,000 and do it. And it was simple and it was easy because I went through the money conversation. And so what I do in my seminars is I actually tell that story, or when I'm enrolling a client one-to-one, I actually tell them that story about my customer, and I tell the story. And when they hear the story of how I helped a customer go through this money conversation and break through and actually find money, as I tell that story in any pitch, whether I'm pitching from the stage or whether I'm pitching one-on-one, I tell that story and automatically the client's attention starts going towards money. And so when I bring up money, it's not as much of like a, oh my God, money conversation. So the joy and the benefit and the power perhaps in doing the money conversation is confronting it early and talking about it early. So if I tell a story early in my presentation about this one customer who so wanted to do it but couldn't find the money, then when I get to the pitch with the current customer that I'm talking to, the current customer is like, oh my God, I'm like David right now. I'm in that situation. I take them through the money conversation. All of a sudden they find money, or all of a sudden they find they could get credit and they apply for credit. Okay. So that's the game. That's how it's done. And that's exactly how you should do it. And if you do it this way and you do it every single time and you do it, you'll win, 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 win. If you don't do it, you'll get off the phone wondering, and you'll then sometimes point the finger and be like, the client didn't have any money, but you didn't ask and you don't know. So you got to ask the questions. Okay. All right. If you like this, subscribe to this channel. This is going to be my new channel for money, for finance, not for finance. It's going to be my new channel for speaking. It's going to be my new channel for teaching marketing. It's going to be my new channel for teaching sales. Because my other channel is blown up on my finance brand and we had to separate the two. So this is the new channel for it. And this is where I'm going to be sharing content on a weekly basis. Hope this serves you. Subscribe to the channel, like it, share with somebody if you think it's good content, because we got to go from my other channel. It's got close to 20,000 subscribers and rebuild over here for this new channel. Okay. Hope it serves you. See you guys soon. And like it, comment down below. Cheers. Oh, by the way, there's also a link down below if you want to book a strategy call to see how we can help you get more clients and attract more of these perfect clients at the $50,000 mark, book a strategy call down below. There's a link in the description down below where you can go book a call, and we can help you out free. See you soon.